Got my WhatsApp doing numbers. Hey, all around the world, got my WhatsApp doing numbers.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Chicago, Illinois. The local time is 7:30 p.m. On behalf of Matrix Airlines, we would like to thank you for flying with us today. And if this is your home, then welcome home. Now, I know you can't wait to get the fuck up out of here. So please be safe in the streets, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yeah. I slide through the global entry line and customs, get my luggage, then I'm back to the crib. Soon as I peep the way they speak to me, that shit start to hit. You know that feeling that you get when you come back from a trip. Like, here we go again, that shit make me sick. My bro been liking my pictures, we don't talk too much. He say he wanna travel too, but that shit costs too much. I know he getting money though, I've seen him toss too much. He like to floss too much, even when he lost too much. That's still my bro though, we go way back like schoolyards and school lunch. Flaming hots and cheese from the corner store with the fruit punch, fruities and juice tucked in our coats. Thought we was too tough, police hopped out, patted us down, and we ain't do nothing. After a while, got tired of that shit. Started hopping fences on the air, started smoking, started ditching clash. Was getting bad, bro, them started hustling, living fast. He told me I wasn't built for that, so we on different paths. Thought we would make it on some rap, get out this trap. Don't have as much in common now if we ain't ratchets. And I ain't on that, no offense, but it's hard to go back. I think he know that, and low-key hating, but he can't show that. We hit the strip club just to kick it, but now that's different. He not with tricking, I'm not with pimping, so we just chillin'. Order some chicken and reminisce about japping on. Respect each other's opinion and keep standing on business. Yeah, that's still my though.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We will be departing the Matrix soon and celebrating life throughout the flight. In the meantime, please fasten your seatbelts, sit back, and relax. Don't worry about the haters out here, because trust me, they'll still be here doing the same show when you get back.
Look, know a few good girls at home still trying to get married. I could've wiped them up, but nowadays it's too scary. It's not the marriage, but divorce that be making me wary. I told them time and time again, but I know they don't hear me. I even went to therapy, and the therapist told me if I don't tell them what I want, I can't say that they owe me. They can't say that they know me. We can't say that we good. He ain't say that I shouldn't, but he ain't say that I should. I work with boomers that complain about their wives and their kids. They love to tell me all about the stupid shit that they did, but when they come to me, they quick to judge until they get divorced and run to me like I'm supposed to give a fuck. But I'm too focused on my next destination. Cribs in different countries, you can only go on vacation. Then they feelings while I'm chilling, ain't no debating. I try to take them with me, but they miss me. Too busy hating, too late though, I'm gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we arrive at our final destination, we just want to take a moment to thank all the travel OGs that have come before us. We encourage everyone on board to continue to live your life to the fullest, enjoy the moment, and be inspired to make the world a better place throughout your travels.
Yo, what up? This your man Marcus A. Brown. We getting back into the live streamings. So real quick, I want to give a shout out to Doug, shout out to Don. I see y'all in the chat already. We got a few people that might stop through a little later. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on. I just was like, let me respond to this real quick. Excalibur, what's good, bro? Cool man, what's good, my dude? Yeah, we got all the old members in the building. Yeah, man. So this April 5th thing, you know, I had to talk about it. I got a few TikToks that I want to respond to. I want to like just kind of show them. I'll let y'all know my thoughts on them. And if people want to join the panel, I'll open the floor for y'all to join the panel. But first, what am I even talking about? April 5th, 2025, there's this national call to action. And y'all already know where this is going. The whole protesting, being out in the streets, demanding our rights and yada, yada, yada. I'm not against people exercising their freedom of speech, right? Where I draw the line is where all these different special interest groups get involved. And let's say we fighting over one issue. Let's just say it's like police brutality or some type of law that went into effect that we disagree with. You can't have one demographic or one interest group speak their piece without all these other variables getting involved. And I'm happy to say this. I'm very proud to see Black Americans kind of taking a back seat saying, bro, like, we ain't doing all that. all this call to action and demonstrations and peaceful protests, which are really riots, orchestrated riots, presented as peaceful protests. We done with that. That's old news. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So my personal opinion, I'm just giving y'all that straight up front. I've been about that life. I've been telling people it's better stuff to do. Get your money right. Love on your family. Love on your people. Go to the gym. Do a live stream. You feel me? Prioritize your health. Prioritize your finances. It's so much stuff going on. We don't have time to be standing around marching in the street, especially if our voices are being drowned out by all these other communities. No disrespect to them. But this year, this time around, and I understand people got different reasons for taking this position, but for whatever reason, everybody, from what I'm seeing, is kind of agreeing on the same page of, yeah, we good on that, bro. Like, we not going to be there. So I'm going to play some clips for y'all. First, let me, again, shout out to the chat. We got Moving Silence in the building. Doug was like the first one showed up, man. I appreciate Doug. We be chopping it up on IG. And Love You More should be in the building too. I sent her the link. I need y'all to get in tune with Love You More because she will articulate things in a way that I can't. And like I said, I open the floor for anybody else that want to get involved. Y'all got to bear with me for a minute because I'm still learning. You know, I've been out the game for a minute, so I'm still getting the hang of all of this, the technology advancements that we got going on. So let me play this for y'all real quick and we'll come back.
So on April the 5th, it's supposed to be like a world march. You know what I'm saying? Because of what's going on in the world right now. Black people. No, we already had this conversation. Don't you take your tail and go march nowhere. We are on nap session. We don't have no capes. Okay? We ain't captain saving nobody. Okay? We ain't going. Do you understand what I'm saying? We ain't going. Don't go outside. Go ahead, go in the house. Get your meal together. Cook what you gonna cook for that night. That day, whatever. But don't you go nowhere marching. And if somebody say, can you come? No, we can't come with you, baby. We been marching for a long time. Tag you with. We ain't doing it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Okay? You stay in the house. This ain't our fight. We've been fighting for some years, but I ain't got to say how many years. Okay? We ain't got nothing to do with this. We done, baby. We finished. All right? Tag. Y'all turn. Black people, I love you. You know what to do. Bye.
So you kind of see where this is going. I'm sure y'all already know the scoop if you've been on social media. A lot of Black Americans are just tired, I guess. Like, we tired, bro. We tired of all the arguing, going back and forth, all of this saying we agree on one thing, and next thing you know, it's a bunch of psyops, a bunch of special interests that's changing the goal, moving the goalpost. So I saw that sister. I was like, let me speak on that because she's saying stay in the house. I say do what you want to do. Just don't even be bothered with that. If we get any of the passport bros in the building, we can speak on how this is perceived from a global perspective or from an international perspective. I heard one dude, I don't have the clip with me. I heard one dude saying this is not a nationwide thing. This is a worldwide thing. That's false. I'm going to tell you right now, that's fake news. People overseas, at least to the countries I've been in, ain't nobody thinking about America, bro. I mean, I'm sorry to say, like, I love America. I love this country. But the country is cooked, and everybody else kind of sees that. But that's like the most attention we get. And, of course, we got influence over, like, entertainment and things of that nature. But in terms of, you think it's going to be people protesting in the U.S. and overseas for whatever they talking about? Nah, I'm telling you right now, the rest of the world is moving right along. They got their own things to deal with, good and bad. Ain't nobody thinking about the U.S. like that. And so if y'all want to stay home, I encourage you to do so. I'm staying at home because I'm packing for the next trip. Like, half of the time y'all going to be doing this. If this had a year finna start, it's finna be a stupid summer, and I ain't going to be here for it. So I'm just letting y'all know right now. Okay, we got Love You More. I'm gonna bring you on in a minute. I see Love You More came backstage. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring you on now, and then we'll play another one. I think you might have saw this one already. And we got two more that I want to show y'all, and we'll give our feedback on that. Yo, Love You More. So some of y'all know who Love You More is already, and some of y'all might not, because I mean she got her name up there too. But I'll let her introduce herself. If you can hear us, we got you on the stage. So what's going on?
Okay, first of all, I want to let you know that it is a storm in my area, so I may mute myself because my dog thinks it's my protector, and we won't hear anything but the dog. So if I kind of disappear, I'm still here, but I'm going to avoid the noise.
Okay. Yeah,
and
it's all good. You can just mute the mic, or I can mute it. That's if it's a lot of background noise. We all kind of go through that.
As far as this sit your ass down thing, I'm loving sit your ass down. Okay. I'm
You
trying
mean
not
wait? You don't want to go out and protest? You don't want to go and march and riot in the street and all that?
I can't tell a lie. I'm controlling myself. If I go out there, it'll be to hit all of them with a blunt object. It really
Well,
won't
see,
be.
and if you did that, they'll be saying we the ones inciting violence and all of that. So that's another benefit to either staying at home or manning your business. Like whatever goes on, we won't be there for it anyway. So I agree with you on it.
You're a wise young man, but I'm sorry, I'm a little off. I wouldn't mind them blaming anything on me, because they're gonna find their comfort zone and blaming it on us and me anyway. So why not have a little entertainment in between?
I mean, for a lot of people, that's what it is. It's entertainment on social, like responding to it as well as watching it. Because I heard another young lady speak on this. If Black Americans have been the forefront, whether it's real or not, but on camera from a fake news media perspective, if they're putting us to the forefront and saying that our Black faces are representing all of this disruption across the nation, if we're not there for that, then it'll be entertainment to sit back and watch and see like how those actors carry on by themselves. Shout out to Doug. He said, "This is my first time hearing anything about the protests. I'm out the loop as far as the anti-Trump, anti-Musk people." So yeah, that's an element of it. And to be honest with you, I haven't been paying attention to politics. I'm tired of all of that stuff, man. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, when you start traveling the world, and I'm preaching to the choir with Doug, but it's so much other things, so many opportunities, so many I don't know. It's just more to life than to be sitting around arguing with people over politics.
Can I have the opportunity to comment to Doug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Doug, with that statement you made, it lets me know you're a real man and you can think for yourself and you're not being led around. So please don't feel left out because you don't know anything about this trash. I think our purpose in talking about this trash is to reach the people who are heavily into the trash so that we can let them know you don't have to be trash. You do have a choice here. So actually, you put a smile on my face to make the statement that you don't know anything about it. It's basically because it's beneath you. So please accept that as a compliment, because that's the way I mean it.
So you hear what she's saying, Doug, and me and Doug on the same page. We always on the red pill self-improvement kind of lane. We don't necessarily want to get involved with everything that everybody got going on, but you see you ain't missing nothing. So we got some more people joining the live stream. If you just got in, please like and share if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna play this clip one more time just in case you not familiar with what we're talking about.
So on April the 5th, it's supposed to be like a world march. You know what I'm saying? Because of what's going on in the world right now. Black people. No, we already had this conversation. Don't you take your tail and go march nowhere. We are on nap session. We don't have no capes. Okay? We ain't captain saving nobody. Okay? We ain't going. Do you understand what I'm saying? We ain't going. Don't go outside. Go ahead, go in the house. Get your meal together. Cook what you gonna cook for that night. that day, whatever. But don't you go nowhere marching. And if somebody say, "Can you come?" No, we can't come with you, baby. We been marching for a long time. Tag you with. We ain't doing it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Okay? You stay in the house. This ain't our fight. We've been fighting for some years, but I ain't gotta say how many years. Okay? We ain't got nothing to do with this. We done, baby. We finished. All right? Tag. Y'all turn. Black people, I love you. You know what to do. Bye.
So again, y'all hear the young lady, and I'm sure y'all have already seen this. I'm a little late responding to it all, but Doug says, "Thank you. I decided in 2025 I'm backing off from politics and the ills of society." You got to for your own mental health, and it's always something. Like every time you look up, there's someone asking you to be the face or be the labor for some type of agenda that you more than likely won't benefit from. So that's kind of what time we on. And you know, some of us been ahead of the curve, but I'm glad to see that the mainstream Black community, at least in the U.S., is starting to say, yeah, we good on all that. Did you have anything to add to that, Love You More?
No, I pretty much spoke my opinion on that.
So I had to find the clean ones. I don't care if we cuss in this stream. I'm going to try to keep the language PG-13, but I'm just getting back started. So if we slip up a few times, it's all good. But yeah, I try to find the clean ones. And it's people that's actually going off a whole lot more than like, hey, just sit down, F these people, F these organizations, F these, like they going in. And if you go look it up yourself, it's very enjoyable to watch. But also what I'm enjoying is watching other people comment from different parts of the world. I know it's some sisters from an African country that's making a lot of commentary on American, not even politics, but American culture. You got people in the Latin American community, the British, the Black Brits, Black Germans. Like everybody's looking at what's going on here. And like I said, for the most part, they kind of don't care. But because it's going viral on TikTok, it's like, hey, yeah, I'm on the same thing. Like, it's about time. It's about time y'all stop caring about people and organizations that don't care about you. So I got one more. No, I got a few more. But this one, this is, you're going to hear this soundbite a lot, just telling everybody, sit your black ass down.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
All right, so that's the message that's being put out there. Sit your black ass down. Anybody that's thinking of going to these protests and getting caught up in a whole bunch of psyops, like, sit your black ass down. And if you look that up, if you like it, I'm letting you know right now, it's gonna start flooding your algorithm because I might have like 1 or 2 videos, but I saw it starting to go viral as a trend. So I'm happy to see that. Shout out to Darkman Jeff. He said, "What's good, MAB in the chat." So yeah, we got all the OGs in the building, man. Darkman Jeff been around a long time. Doug saying salute, cool man. Hey man, it's at this point it's funny. Sometimes you gotta laugh to stop from crying, but no, it's really not much to cry about. It's entertaining, and I'm gonna save one of them for last. It's entertaining not seeing Black people go back and forth with each other. We do that, sure, but seeing people tell the social justice warriors, we not coming to that shit. Who you talking to? That's funny to me. That part is funny to me because it just kind of jars them and throw them off because they so used to the Black community just reacting without thinking about anything. And now you kind of came across people in a time where they tired, where they got better things to do. And they're telling these organizations and telling these social justice warriors, go take your ass out. No, we ain't doing shit. See, I'm messing up. This is going to get demonetized already. We ain't doing nothing, bro. You go do that. We'll watch you. We're going to be right over here sipping our drink, minding our Black business, and we're going to see what happens. Because, I mean, whether you out there or not, whatever we're out there for is not being addressed in the first place. Hold on. Doug say, oh, they saying what's up to each other. All right. Yeah, man. I got a lot of heavy hitters. Y'all been around for some years, man. Y'all been around from day one, so I appreciate y'all. Love you more. What you thinking about? You got anything you want to add to that? To sit your black ass down.
Well, I really have an excellent one that I wanted to put out, but I'm trying to not get in trouble with YouTube.
This a
And
freebie. This a freebie because I just
and,
slipped up already too.
and it's mainly toward, as you know, I have issues with our what some people call them the queens, and I'd like to tell them to sit their black ass down in a way that I'm sure that they would thoroughly understand. So I'm really trying to be good today. I can't promise you that tomorrow.
We
But
might have another live stream. I think I know where you're going as far as like the way that the sisters interact and communicate with each other. But I'm actually seeing a lot of cooperation and unity around this. I'm not saying they won't be bashing passport bros 5 minutes later, but as of right now, everybody just saying sit down. Like we not going out, we not marching, we not protesting. We got lives to live. And one of the messages I want to get across, at least in this live stream, is that the rest of the world is not. Whoever said that this is a nationwide and a worldwide protest, nationwide, sure, because y'all organizing this stuff. And that's another reason people don't want to be out. I'm not going to nothing that I didn't organize or wasn't organized by people that I know and support. Why are we always going out because something got viral on social media and we show up and don't even know who's behind the scenes pulling the strings? We don't know who put it together. We don't know what the ultimate end goal is. Like that's a recipe for disaster, and it's a lack of structure and lack of organization on our part. So I'm in support of that message to sit down. As far as the other things that we might disagree on, I'm talking about within the so-called black community. I ain't worried about it. I'm happy to see this right now, so I'm just kind of laughing at it.
well, I've enjoyed a couple of the streams that I've seen because my message and my goal is pretty much to stop saying to our black men, you just keep picking the wrong one. You just keep picking the wrong one. And you all keep picking the same ones. And to the point that I need the other women that's pretty much like Doug. I ain't even paying no attention to that. I didn't know they was doing that. I didn't know. And they have so many good, decent women. We're completely hidden because of the obnoxious, weave wearing, eyebrow pushing, wicked witches that's out there. They have them hidden. Right. It's time for us to speak up. It's time for us to come alive, as in pretty much like the I thought the young lady who video you showed, I think she did that very nicely. Her emotions was involved in, as she was saying, stay at home, don't participate. So I have seen some nice ones that I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. But of course, some of the wicked witches are going to be saying it, and they're going to say it in different ways that is going to remind you guys that, but if we mention passports, you're going to chew us up and spit us out. So I've seen some that I feel like, okay, that's a real lady there.
We got somebody I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if you would call her a wicked witch, but she definitely had like a caring crash out. People bash the passport bros because passport bros are being associated with sex tourism, and there's a bit of overlap in that. But we've always pushed back saying that everything else that's going on behind the scenes is being ignored. People are ignoring the fact that brothers are going overseas, starting businesses, starting families, curing themselves in terms of health issues that we deal with in the States. And very similar to this sit your black ass down, when you're overseas, you're not here for the police brutality. You're not here to be arguing and protesting and rioting. You're not here to get shot in Chicago. You're not here for a lot of that drama. Those are the perks to traveling, whether you consider yourself a passport bro or not. Those are the things that are not being addressed. And the biggest thing, in my opinion, as it relates to black people, is that when you go overseas, you learn other people's history. You learn other people's perspective of our history. And you will begin to realize, especially if you travel throughout Southeast Asia, African countries, even throughout the Middle East and Latin America, Black and brown people are the global majority. Here, we're called the minority, and everywhere else, you're going to blend right in. Now, culturally, we may be different. Culturally, we will be the minority because, you know, I can go to a Spanish-speaking country, and I'm the Black American. But before I open my mouth, you know, if I dress the part and just, you know, don't bother nobody, I blend in. I'm not being singled out by the law enforcement, or I'm not being looked at as I saw another video, a guy was talking about sundown towns. It's not really a thing, not to the degree that it is in the States. I could walk into a mom and pop shop, or I could walk into the mall, or I could walk into a gated community, the wealthier, the upper class, the upper crust of those areas. And if I got the money to be there, ain't nobody saying nothing to me. Shout out to Andre from Love Crossing Borders. He was talking about Afro Latinas speaking out on their ethnicity and their acknowledging their African ancestry, even though culturally and ethnically they are indigenous and they have Spanish blood from the conquistadors or whatnot. But that was his subject, and we got on this real big side rant about the Black community in the States, and he was saying that people here, that's all they know how to do is talk with no action, generally speaking, because that's all you're able to do here. You're not really able to affect a lot of change without all these special interests getting involved, or without the, how can I say this? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Without the powers that be putting their foot down on whatever we got going on that don't involve them. So he went in real hard on them. I drove all the way home listening and laughing. But yeah, when you go to these other countries, you blend in, even if we are different to a degree, even if we are the minority culturally by being Black Americans, we're still, like, in terms of melanated people, we are the global majority. And it takes, for a lot of us, it takes us to leave home to realize that. I want to get to a few more comments. I'm going to go back up real quick. So Darkman Jeff was agreeing with Doug. He said, what's good, my dude? I'm staying on the sidelines as well. A lot of us on the same page. I mean, we looking at it and we like, all right, what else is going on? It's much better things to do. Shout out to Dirty Dog. I don't know if I shouted you out already, but we got another Chi-Town person in the building. Shout out to Dirty Dog. Salute from the Chi, represent, bro. Yes, sir. We still out here. Let me get through 2 more videos. And like I said, if anybody want to hop on, y'all can. If not, it was good just chopping it up with y'all. I'll be making lives like more often. And I'm also be guests on a lot of the other brothers' live streams within the Passport Bro community. So we got one more when you're ready. Love you more.
I'm ready.
I heard that's going to be a big protest on April the 5th. Don't go down to that march. Stay home. Continue to protest like you've been doing with your dollars and your cents. Because if you go down there to that march, it's going to turn ugly on their part. It's called martial law. And I'll leave you with this.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
So the brother saying the same thing that the sisters were saying, like, I'm not as familiar with the whole martial law thing. I told y'all I haven't been paying attention to politics. I just came home from deployment. So I'm still getting my wits about me back in the matrix. And like I said, planning on my trips, because I don't plan on being here any longer than I have to be. But the brother is speaking to martial law, to things that the current administration has put into effect that will make this already dangerous climate even more dangerous if you decide to go out there and have a confrontation with the law enforcement out there. Are you familiar with any of this? Love you more.
I have to say no, and purposely. I feel like my plate is running over with the nonsense that I do have to run into and the nonsense I do have to listen to. But if I may take a few steps back pertaining to the passport bros, I think the negative energy is really people feel threatened. They feel
Oh yeah,
intimidated.
without a doubt. We talk about that all the
And
time.
and because they feel threatened and intimidated, then it's crush, kill, and destroy the best way I know how. And you know, it's always something negative. But the really sad part about it is a lot of people are getting paid to do that. Okay. And my slap in the face to
Wait,
white
wait, wait, wait.
males,
You talking about getting paid for the protest or getting paid to do all
they're
this
getting paid
organizing?
to make these videos to
Oh,
belittle passport bros.
oh yeah, cloud chasing. Yeah, it's a lot of
You know,
people. It's a viral
um,
hashtag. So
and it's, you know, even now that I'm speaking positive and letting it be known that I support passport bros, I probably could turn right around and talk about you all like a dog, and the next thing you know, I'll be so good at it they'll offer me money to do it. I did experience that with the woman who cleaned the greens in the tub. I did
yeah,
get an offer to participate in that, and it woke me up to a different world on what, you know, because I was pretty much that person that wasn't into social media. Oh, that's for kids, that's for, you know, but as I start coming on more and more, that's when I learned that, oh, it's ferocious. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is, you know, and having things start becoming a little bit more personal to me. And every time I see that, like I seen a video and it was some trailer trash speaking on about passport, and I'm like, what is this? So I was really surprised about it. And all I can say to people like that is, white man, sit your ass down too, because you didn't have enough clout or backbone to stop girls from joining the Boy Scouts. And with that being said, you know, it really, being a mother of two boys, it really hurt my heart on for real. So I'm probably like with them as the wearing wicked witches are with you guys, because how the hell do you let some girls join the Boy Scouts? How do
that's
you do
another.
that?
That's another
So yeah,
postmodernist
but
agenda, and yeah, we can speak to. But I think that also falls under the feminism arguments that we've
yes,
had within the manosphere. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
but see, I feel like they're a part of wanting to destroy. You all could do whatever y'all want to do, and guess what? All of you all who got that passport, you are doing what you want to do. And when you're doing what you want to do, and you're doing it with confidence, that could destroy the whole world. Okay, so I just
It's
wanted
the
to.
same thing. Yeah.
I,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give a jab to them on, you couldn't even keep the boys club. Y'all sit down and bros, y'all go do y'all business, handle y'all business. All that, I'd rather be with a bear. Let them go on and be with a bear. Cause see, you all handling your business and you still love black women and you still supporting black women. But social media is making an illusion like, you know, yeah, your mama black and all that old type of stuff. So I just need y'all to just stand tall, be proud, and do what y'all do and be happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know the bros listening would appreciate that, and I know that what you're speaking to is more with regards to the fourth wave feminist rhetoric, and that gets tied into black conversations. Unfortunately, because a lot of times I've heard sisters repeating things they heard either from college or from podcasts, and I'm saying that has nothing to do with black men. That has all that stuff about oppression and toxic masculinity, that has nothing to do with brothers. But going back to this subject, the passport bros, the guys that are traveling and living as expats or just not really involved in what's going on here in the so-called matrix, that's a bigger version of this same April 5th thing that's going on. So April 5th, in my opinion, is a microcosm of the Passport Bros macrocosm, which is another way of saying, if you're not here for the drama, then you won't be dragged in the mud with it. So that's really what I see with brothers traveling and sisters too, but it's the brothers that get the brunt of it, because if you can vilify black men traveling, then not only will it discourage guys who could have traveled, it'll discourage them, keep them on the plantation. It'll give the sisters that do have some type of animosity towards black men another reason to continuously bash on black men. So it's like, it's no winning. You ain't nothing if you here, you ain't nothing if you leave, but we don't want you thriving if you leave. So what it really boils down is control. And I'm not saying it's about black women, I'm saying it's about American society. They want to control you and have you stuck sitting in one place, because as long as you're here, you're a consumer. As long as you're here, you're subjected to whatever policies they want to reel you into. And when brothers leave, or even if they just get a taste on a vacation and they come back home, I see it and I talk with brothers about it all the time. You're not going to come home the same. Home will still be home, but you will come home with your cogs turning into, like, your mind going to start thinking and looking at people differently, looking at the whole situation at home differently. Like, why is it like this? It don't have to be like this. So real quick, I'll put the link in the chat if anybody want to join the panel. We'll probably be on like another 20 minutes or so, but if we get people on, and we'll stay on a little longer. I got time, so I got time today. Shout out to Doug. He say martial law is enacted during times of major civil unrest, and the National Guards are called in to police the crowd. And that's something that the brother that we just showed, I'll play it one more time, but that's what he was getting at. Like, if the foundation has already been laid for you to be treated as some type of domestic terrorist just for exercising your so-called freedom of speech or right to assemble, like, why would you volunteer yourself to that? Why would you subject yourself to that? We got freedom of speech right here. To a degree, we still got to abide by the terms and conditions and the community guidelines of these social media platforms. But anything you yelling and arguing with people about in the street, we can have the same conversation here. We can have the same conversation writing books. We can have the same conversation in the Passport Bro app or in WhatsApp and all these different group chats that we got. A lot of the progress and a lot of the planning and the things that we have managed to accomplish over the years, none of that came through marching and arguing with people. It happened behind the scenes, because that's another important thing to take into consideration. When you're announcing your plans and announcing your goals, that's like an open invitation for haters. That's an open invitation for people to try to sabotage whatever you got going on. So a lot of the progress we have made, I'm talking about people on an individual level, has been behind the scenes. These lawmakers, that's up to you if you want to consider whatever they doing as progress, but sometimes they happen to get in the way of progress. Doug also says, yep, the president of the BSA caved because of one mother and her 6-year-old daughter. See, yeah, I'm not familiar with the story. If y'all could send it to me, I'll look more into it. But yeah, I've been sitting my black ass down for so long, I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm just happy to see more people are on board and like coming up with different constructive things to do with their time and energy. We got 15 people in the chat. Go ahead, like the video if you haven't already. I'm gonna run it back one more time to this last brother, and then we gonna I'm gonna show you this Karen that made me laugh.
There's gonna be a big protest on April the 5th. Don't go down to that march. Stay home. Continue to protest like you've been doing with your dollars and your cents. Because if you go down there to that march, it's gonna turn ugly on their part. It's called martial law. And I'll leave you with this.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
So watching that brother and the other people that we kind of covered, it reminds me of a video that I did on this channel. It was a few years ago. It might be one or two videos. I didn't make it a series, but I got two videos in Chicago. I think it's called The Message to the Black Male Protester. I know Doug will remember that, but we were covering guys that were marching on a Dan Ryan in Chicago. There was a priest in Chicago that was inviting all of the black community to block the major expressway in Chicago, the Dan Ryan Expressway, the 9094. And for a while, there were people saying, "No, you can't do that." And what's going to be the goal? What are we accomplishing by doing this? Do you know these people went out there and like stood out in the middle of the expressway? It could have been like 15, 20 minutes. And of course, like all of the camera chasers were out there to get their 15 minutes of fame and act like they affected change. But fast forward into now to today in 2025, nobody even remembers that, or nobody, I don't know if any of y'all could tell me what we benefited, how we benefited, or what we gained from that. Like, let me know, because people in Chicago still complain about the same stuff they've been complaining about. And, at the time, standing in the middle of the street was supposed to change something. So now we come into the time where people are saying, yeah, we're not doing that. And like I said, I'm happy to see it. I support the people that are coming up with their trends and their clever ways of saying, like, there's better things to do than to be running around here just because people on TikTok are calling Black Americans out to argue on everybody else's behalf. You got something you want to add to that? Love you more.
Yeah, we benefited the fact that black on black crime with that march, making black people late for work, arguments between black people. How come they didn't do it up north? How come they didn't do it somewhere? Palatine, I think they did the airport. So I think that's probably more familiar with people than them sitting and somewhat blocking our neighborhood, stopping our people from being able to get to work.
Right, facts.
What that was an inconvenience for us. But those Palatine people, they actually went to O'Hare Airport, and I think they even had cars that came to slow the traffic down to give them time to get in the streets. So it's stop letting these people pick our leaders. We've never picked a leader. They've always been assigned, and we go right along with it. And I'm guilty of that too. So we all start off ignorant, but once you know, act like you know. Stop trying to fit in with stupidity, with things that don't make sense. A lot of our protesters. And yes, this dates all the way back to, I'm sorry, I'm going there. This dates all the way back to Martin Luther King. Oh, he wasn't for us. Jesse Jackson wasn't for us. They were all getting paid. You know, and a lot of, my generation, we grew up and what was hanging on the wall was Kennedy, Jesus, white Jesus, and Martin Luther King. They didn't give a damn about us. I would say Kennedy probably did. And he a white man. Go find out things for yourself. Talk to your older people in your family. Just because great grandma told you to vote one way, that don't mean you're supposed to still be voting that way. Those of you who you ain't supposed to keep going to grandma's church. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to learn, not stand still. I'm sorry. I know you just asked about the protest,
you're cooking. Like, this is why I want y'all to subscribe.
But to me, it's all a part of that. It's somebody old in your family that'll tell you the truth and tell you about your family. Things that you need to know. So stop letting America pick our leadership. I mean, come on. For real. Al Sharpton, for real. He didn't even get the memo to stop using perm because they poisoned it. And you're still gonna listen to him. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
So he get more support to when he was keeping the perm up. He got more support with that than a lot of us on the actual grassroots level.
But he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire.
Exactly.
And he's gonna tell you where to shop and where not to shop. He's a millionaire. You listen to these celebrities. I don't care if your area is food dry. Because guess what? Me trying to come up with a plan, or somebody who really care about you trying to come up with a plan, or a black person opening up the store in the neighborhood, you going to let Pookie and Ray Ray rob them. You going to come in there and you going to steal. But these politicians and these celebrities who you love and worship, how come they don't open up a store?
Wait, so I want to go back to some things. You touched on a lot there, but going back to what you said about the Dan Ryan protest, you raised an excellent point as to why it was on the south side of Chicago. It was like all the way from like 63rd to maybe 79th. Yeah. That wasn't on the north side. Not to say that they don't do,
because they would have got ran over by them white folks and wouldn't a doggone thing happen.
It would have been a different response from the law enforcement as well as the residents in that area. And it also reminds me of when I came back from basic training, coming home, this was 2020. This was when they was saying that it was killer bees. And of course we had the so-called pandemic and the riots in the street, but it was the neighborhood that I grew up in that was tore up and burnt down. They destroyed the ATMs and robbed the beauty supplies and what was very sad about it was like, it was black owned stores that had the spray paint on plyboard. Like they had all the glass boarded up and they had the spray paint and had a Pan-African flag out just to let people know this is a black owned business. Like, don't destroy my stuff. I'm here just like y'all.
But the problem with that is really we were not starting the fires. It was a very unfortunate time for me. I was here to watch everything live. Okay, as it was happening. That was Antifa. That was neo-Nazis. That was right, because you had some veterans out there and when they seen them destroying stuff, and I mean, it was a lot of black men that was what the hell you doing? We ain't out here to do that, and we not. But they open up the door. But what does social media and the TV do? They just showed all these black people out there.
That's exactly what we're getting at. And that's why I'm seeing more brothers and sisters saying we're not going to be the face of that. If you're not there, you won't be the face of it.
You know, but some of them are going to show up out there. And, you know, it's like, okay, Democrat.
I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate because we might be tripping. I mean, we might be just.
No, baby, we ain't tripping.
But just in case we are, yeah, this lady saying that it's very important that everybody get out there. And I don't know, maybe she might be convincing to some of y'all. I want to play this clip real quick and we'll respond to it. But she's telling us it's very important that everybody get out to the Capitol and do all of this hoorah, hoo-yah.
I am in desperate need of a word that is stronger than rage. It needs to encompass the fact that you are enraged because more people are not enraged. And it also needs to touch on a little bit of fear surrounding the idea of what the fuck is happening in our world today, and why aren't more people angry about it? Why aren't more people speaking up about it? This is not okay. What is happening is not okay. I'm watching news stories of people being kidnapped off the streets by men and women wearing masks, claiming to be police officers. What the fuck is happening? Legal people who are here legally, on student visas, on work visas. They did the proper paperwork. They're here how they're supposed to be. And yet they're being kidnapped and detained thousands of miles away from where they were living with no explanation. There are so many fucking things happening wrong right now. I have my own personal things that are being affected by this fucking administration, but when I see the horrors that are happening in humanity as it is, like, my little things seem fucking meaningless, but the big things that are fucking happening and people are just like, oh, what? Be at your state capitol April 5th, noon. April 5th. No fucking excuse. None. Prove me wrong. Prove to America and the world that there are people who fucking care. That we see that this is wrong and we're willing to stand up and we're willing to be heard. April 5th, your state capital, nationwide protest against what's happening. And you can pick a cause. There's plenty to pick from. Choose your flavor because, oh my fucking God.
Is I can't go because I beat her ass with a blunt object very easily. You can't convince me that she did not get paid for that with all that falsehood emotional.
No, she ain't get paid. She looked like she just woke up in the morning. She just woke up.
No, somebody paid that slut to do that. It would have I'm convinced that she got paid or someone talked her into it.
We got to get out there. We got to worry about the illegal immigrants and stuff. We got to defend all these other causes.
I'm having personal problems too, but I can't believe they doing for others. But you don't give a damn about these drive-bys that they have in the black community.
Well, wait. Let's going back to kidnapping. How many brothers and sisters getting kidnapped by the law enforcement? People that's not getting bonds. I'm not talking about repeat criminals and whatnot. I'm talking about traffic stops.
How many black women
being in the wrong place at the wrong time? That as well.
So no, she ain't fooling nobody. That's definitely a blunt object, do a little time. That's definitely blunt object.
Y'all ain't gonna what's good, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna show up for the young lady. She say she need it right now. Stop what you're doing right now. Let's see what the chat's saying. Oh, Don Gordito and he said she lying. I mean, I could believe that. I told you, it looked like she just woke up in the morning. Just wanted to go off on somebody. He said, Darkman Jeff say, pull out the violins for this chick. You know what upsets me, man? Not that I want to see real sorrow and people dealing with difficult times. But I cannot stand the fake crying. I cannot stand the fake, like, ain't even no tears. That's clout chasing. She not even upset about anything. She just want some street cred from the social justice warriors. That's what I got from that. But if we go by what she's saying, then we need to be out there marching and rioting, and there's no effing excuse. So, I mean, y'all be the judge of that.
Well, all it does is harden my heart on I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Yes, a lot of the stuff that's going on will affect me personally also. It's going to affect a lot of good people. But guess what? Them same good people that it affects all the time, we've learned to survive. Is it fun? Is it fair? No, but we learn to survive. And at this point, they got black people up there as a front. He gonna take this and he gonna, and this gonna. But at the same time, a lot of them, they got Section 8 and food stamps and they covered.
And they got a whole nother podcast on that.
They got Big Mama. They got people like me that's gonna not let somebody go hungry. I want it to fall even harder. I want white people to find out the struggle that we had, the struggle that they getting ready to go through. We've been through that and we done forgot about it.
Exactly. Welcome to the club. So, like, I got to make a whole different podcast on that. But a lot of the programs and the policies that have been dangling in front of black and brown people, we don't benefit from that nearly as much as everyone else does. So all of a sudden, when those things are being compromised, then we're the ones being called to action to go out here and act a fool for something that we barely benefit from in the first place. And to your point, a lot of the and this has been a global conversation. I've talked with people overseas about this. Like a lot of the negative stereotypes about the Black community in the U.S., that's usually how America is viewed on a global market. So like, I got to make another podcast on that. But everything negative about Black people in America, that's basically how America is perceived by the rest of the world. And this is not an anti-patriotic or anti-American statement. It's really just raising awareness that, yo, we need to tighten up. And if we're not going to do that, because some people don't want to do that, they too busy arguing with each other or probably trying to cancel me because I'm saying this, what I'm saying right now. Possibly that might just be our fate. But yeah, Darkman Jeff said, "What's the protest about?" That was an earlier comment, so you might have gotten caught up already. If you look it up, it's a lot of different messaging behind it. Some people are upset about the administration. Some people are just, I don't know. You know how it is when it's springtime. It's starting to get warm. People want to be outside doing stupid stuff just because they don't have anything else to do. But with all these moving parts between like immigration concerns, and I don't want to speak on this because I haven't confirmed it for myself yet, but all this talk about segregation, everybody's looking for a reason to get out in the street and act a fool, but that's been proven to be ineffective. The things, I've said this on my own videos, like the things that are the most effective is when you're not involved, when you're not contributing to the distractions. When you mind your business, that's the most effective thing you could do. That's, people feel that because you're not a part of their program no more. If I'm over here minding my business, I ain't over here to be spending money with you. I ain't over here to be the face of your agenda. You feel me? But no, do you remember what you was gonna say?
Yes, I tried to get to the core of, because they could have possibly said something that made sense to me to make me want to be out there. So I tried to get to the core on why. And the only thing, because it was so scattered, it was like playing 51 pickup. It was so scattered to the point. The best way I can answer that question is, if you don't hate Trump, then we hate you. And we want everybody out there. Just cause confusion. There's plenty of stuff for you to be angry about. So you just pick whatever you want to be angry about and you meet us out there. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, and it's an old method.
And excuse me, one minute. And Black people, we need y'all. We need y'all to come, because see, y'all gonna come, and then when it's time, when we get their attention, we want to push y'all ass out the way like we always do, and we want people of color or the rainbow. We want them to step in front. You know, y'all been helping us. That's what I hear.
I mean, it's an old formula. We seen it enough times to know what it is. So I agree with you on that. What I just did was I shared Love You More's YouTube channel in the chat. So if y'all want to go over there and show her some love, like subscribe, we'll do some more live streams together. Darkman Jeffy say, I'm just tired of Black folks being mascots for these virtue signaling ass movements. Facts. We all on the same page, man. Wait, he said something else. He said, notice that a lot of those Asian folks do not do a lot of protests and they seem to get things cracking. That's because financially they have influence. Like you know that Asians are still tied to their respective countries and their respective nations. So if they have a backing that is not from this country, man, let it go viral that Asians are being mistreated in America. Like, those other countries will get involved. So when it comes to Black Americans, because we are Americans as well, it's kind of just accepted. There's other melanated communities that will observe that, and it might make commentary or show support, but no African country or no Latin American country, no Afro-Latino community is breaking their neck to come to the U.S. or enact policies that would affect the U.S. because of what's going on with us. We just got to take a back seat or man our own business for ourselves. That's usually how that works. He's he say the Asian hate got cracking very quickly. That was also because of that administration. But yeah, that's even another point. Why all these other interests being put up to the forefront with an immediate response, immediate legislation? I ain't been paying attention to politics this year because ain't nobody really saying nothing that I can see the benefit from. It's a word for that. I can't think of it at the moment. But there's no legislation that will benefit so-called Black Americans without benefiting everybody else first. That's the only way it'll pass. I mean, even the lady that Love You More is talking about, she said up front when she was running for president that she ain't coming up with nothing that benefit Black Americans. Why? Like, she had an attitude about it. She was sassy about it. And for whatever reason, that was accepted. Same with other politicians. But I mean, I kind of went through all the clips I wanted to show y'all for right now. I definitely want to do another podcast on things that's going on in a global community as far as it relates to Black people. But Love You More, you got anything you want to say? I put your channel out. Anything you want to say, like closing remarks or shout outs?
Since you put my channel out, I'm basically at a stage where I'm willing to participate in shows only because I want to talk about, I feel like I'm in my group. Okay. I want to talk about what they feel like need to be talked about. Eventually I will venture out on other things. And in the event that you see me acting very crazy, I need you to realize that the odds are great. I'm on your side, but sometimes I'm not Michelle Obama. You go high. I mean, no, what is her saying? When they go low, you go high. No, not me. When you go low, I'm going low with you to lift your ass up. So, and it's because I care. And some people, not trying to give you a plug, but giving you a plug, it's just like another book niggas ain't gonna read. Upper crusters seem to be offended. You use that word and oh my God. And well, he wasn't trying to reach those people. And the people that I'm trying to reach, they understand, bitch, what you say to me, what the fuck, what you want to do. They understand that language. And that's the language I need to talk. Because those are really the people that I'm trying to reach. I hope to reach people. And I'm mainly talking about females right now because I feel like females are very strong as well as important, but they just don't know their place. They don't know their value. They're confused. They're confused on what a woman is. Right now, a lot of them, they're dressing, they're acting for other women and want to know how come they don't have a six-figure man. So that's pretty much how my show will be going. And if you have any suggestions on, I'd like to see you talk about, then that's more than welcome.
Okay, so
and thank you for having me on your show.
Y'all heard it from her, and you got a sub too right now. Doug said he just subscribed to you, so shout out to Doug. You got another subscriber, and we'll definitely have more of those conversations. But I'll be on her channel as well, and she gonna be much more unfiltered and real and raw. Like, I'm still trying to get back started. So
I do have a Rumble channel if they cut me off.
Yeah, see that I got to get caught up on Rumble too. Darkman Jeff said he subbed as well. Shout out to Darkman Jeff. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so, we're going to end it here for now, man. But if y'all ain't got nothing else going on April 5th and you want to mess around and find out, go ahead out there. But I'm going to go ahead and sit my black ass down. And maybe we'll come back again after April 5th and review the recap of whatever transpired.
I don't know. Everybody like to have their camera out. Maybe we'll come back April 5th looking for you
We
guys.
have a live stream
And
just
we can,
watching the madness. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it right here, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and we'll holler at y'all in the comment section. Peace.